Women in America are pledging to not have sex with their husbands and boyfriends because Donald Trump won the election and will be president for 4 more years. This is an unintended consequence that I, for one, just did not see coming, but it's happening. Women are so angry that Donald Trump won, and they so believe the lies and the fear-mongering that Kamala Harris put into her campaign, that Donald Trump has abortion bans ready to go on day one, that these women are going to lose whatever reproductive rights they think that Donald Trump is coming after, that they have now pledged to abstain from sex with their husbands and boyfriends. It's called the 4B movement. And 4B came from South Korea. It happened a few years back when women were like, the patriarchy is keeping us down. Misogyny is taking away all of our rights. So a fringe group banded together and they decided not to have sex anymore. They weren't going to reproduce. They weren't going to, give in to their husband's desires. And they just decided no sex for us. And they came up with this 4B movement. By the way, the 4B stands for it's 4 Korean words. I don't know. It doesn't translate into the United States, but they just, 4B is fun to say. So now women in the United States have not only pledged to not have sex because Donald Trump has been elected, because they're afraid they're going to lose their right to an abortion. Not only have they made that pledge, but lucky for the rest of us, they're posting about it on TikTok. Look, this is Rabbits and Tea, and she wrote, "Doing my part as an American woman by breaking up with my Republican boyfriend last night and officially joining the 4B movement this morning." So last night she was dating a guy, and I guess what? All of a sudden she found out on election day that he was a Republican. He came home from the polls and she's like, "Who'd you vote for, babe?" And he goes, "Trump." And she was all like, "What?" They never had this conversation before. This is such an important issue to her that she ditched the guy after election day so that she could abstain from sex for the next 4 years. And she didn't think to ask him before, while they were dating, which side of the aisle he was on. Anyway, now she and her cat are going to hang out alone, not having sex for the next 4 years. Here's another woman.
Did anyone else wake up today and delete their dating apps? I'm not just talking just removing the app. I full on removed myself from Hinge, Bumble. I didn't even think twice about it. There's no way I am letting any man near me for the next few years. I've been happily single for the past 4 years. I can wait another 4 years.
She deleted all the dating apps off of her phone. No more dating apps for her. I'm fairly confident she kept DoorDash, but that's another story. So this is, like I said, and there are women popping up every single hour on TikTok, on these social media, and they're saying the same exact thing. And some of them take it even a step farther. Look at this one. Look at this one. She writes, 4B movement, but we take it a step further. Time to collectively get hysterectomies. Now, again, the really weird thing about the 4B movement, there's so many weird things about this 4B movement, but the really weird thing about it is these are women who supposedly are upset because they believe Donald Trump will take away their right to get an abortion. Now, in order to get an abortion, you must be pregnant. And in order to be pregnant, you must have sex. So in a way, they are stopping abortion, because they're not having sex. And by not having sex, they can't get pregnant. If this woman gets a hysterectomy, she'll never get an abortion. They're actually doing what Donald Trump and the Republican Party are proponents of, which is trying to find a way to cut down on abortion. Now, keep in mind, no one in the Republican Party has said don't have sex anymore. No one in the Republican Party has said you should get a hysterectomy. No one has said that at all. They're just saying if you're going to have sex, you should be responsible enough to be prepared for the consequences. And one of those consequences, of course, is having a child. This next woman made headlines. This next woman I've seen all over the place, because not only did she vow that she was going to give up sex, but she also started to shave her head. I guess to make herself unattractive. Not only am I not going to have sex with men, but I'm going to shave my head so that no men even come near me anymore. Before I play you that video, I would like to remind you that if you're a man, and if you're with a woman who's still going to have sex with you, and you want a strong sex drive, and you want to look good, and you want to lose weight, and you need lots of energy, might I suggest you look at your testosterone levels, and more importantly, look at the foods you're eating, because the foods you're eating can boost your testosterone, but also they can lower your testosterone. And that is an unintended consequence for a lot of guys. A lot of guys think that they're eating right and they're going to lose weight and they're going to have lots of energy and they're going to have an increased sex drive, but there are foods that they're eating that are limiting their testosterone. And the folks at sculptnation.com have put together this fantastic video. I've been watching it. I've been learning from it. I've changed my diet already because of the active ingredients and the active foods, the testosterone killing foods that I learned about that I was eating right now. And just by removing them from my diet, I lose weight. I feel better. I have an increased libido and sex drive. It's amazing. And I also think clearer and I just feel all around better. So if this video, by the way, I put a link to it in the description of this video that you're watching, or you can just go to sculptnation.com/MK. Sculptnation.com/MK. This, you guys, you want to have as much testosterone pumping through your body as possible, especially if you're dating or married to someone who's not participating in the 4B movement. So this next woman I told you, she's not only participating in the 4B movement, but she is shaving her head.
I don't know, man. We are embarrassing on the world stage. Oh, God. Oh, my goodness. Seriously? Oh, I've never had short hair before, ever. It's kind of fun. All right, we're just going to keep chopping away here because this is literally going to take forever if I don't. Cut all the hair off. You know why? I'm not going to dye it anymore. I'm going to try and grow it out anymore. I'm not going to style it anymore. I will not be giving my money to the beauty industry anymore. I will not be giving my money to anyone that helps support misogyny and the patriarchy and keeping women down and making women think that we need to look a certain way or be a certain... Stop dating men. Stop having sex with men. Stop talking to men. Divorce your husbands. Leave your fucking boyfriends. Leave them. They don't about you. And I promise you, come over to this side. I will bake cookies. I will shave your head if you want me to, depending on how this turns out. Do a little more trimming before we buzz it. Where's my chop it? Cut my hair before. It's like, oh, don't cut your own hair.
By the way, on a side note, coming from an expert, she's doing it all wrong. And so there's a much easier way to get this look. Now, I don't know how long this movement's going to last or if it's going to last or how big it even is. And I'm married happily, so I don't need to worry about it, to a conservative woman. However, if you're a man and you're dating and your girlfriend or wife has left you because of the way you voted, just rest assured, there are plenty of other women out there. There are more conservative women in this country than there ever have been before. So if you see a woman walking down the street with no dating apps on her phone and no hair on her head, just keep walking a block or two. Eventually, you're going to run into some woman who's going to make America and your love life great again. And per usual, if you enjoyed this video and this content and you're not yet subscribed to our channel, man, please take a minute and subscribe to our channel. We're constantly going live every single day, Monday through Friday at noon Eastern, 11 Central. We post videos 2, 3, obnoxiously often, and we want to make sure that you're enjoying all of the content that we make here at Mark Kaye Saves the Republic. So click subscribe, set the notifications, and then just sit back, relax, and enjoy the show, which will be coming, like I said, it's all the time.